Homemade Pecan Praline Liqueur.
Pecan Praline Liqueur. Now I made this with my magical butter machine, but there were some little issues that I need to tell you about. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I have done, I have toasted 2 cups of pecans. And now I'm ready to make my praline sauce. I have a cup and a fourth of water. We'll add a cup of brown sugar. Any praline sauce requires brown sugar and half a cup of white sugar. Now I'm going to bring this to a boil and then simmer it for 5 minutes. Okay, I have let my sugar syrup cool off, and now I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla flavor. Now I could have added vanilla beans when I was boiling the sugar water, but I didn't have vanilla beans, so I'm using vanilla extract. Stir. And then I'm going to add 2 cups of vodka. I'm going to add 2 cups of toasted pecans. Now I could just let this sit in a quart jar and shake it every day for a week, 2 weeks, but I want this today, so I'm using the magical butter machine. So I'm just going to pour all that in, attach my head, plug it in, and I'm going to set the temperature for 160 degrees, and I'm going to let this run for an hour. And then we'll come back and see how yummy it tastes. Okay, an hour is up, and now we're ready to strain our pecan praline liqueur. You see it's still pretty warm. And I'm going to use my magic butter strainer because I could use any other strainer that I had, but I really like this. Oh, just can't believe how good that smells. Just about made a nut butter out of these pecans. This may take a little bit while to strain because it has really just turned these pecans into nut butter. So it's going to be a while, but then I need to let it cool off before I can really taste it. Of course, everything is not perfect. Because this does have a stirrer in it and it's heating it up, it's turning the pecans into a nut butter, as you can see. So, and luckily, that's fat, so it has floated to the top. So I'm going to have to scrape this out and restrain it. So this nut butter will not be in my liqueur. Okay, I'm going to have to strain this a second time. So this time I'm using a reusable coffee filter and a funnel. And that looks pretty good. Now I do have this jar of awesome alcoholic pecan nut butter, and I just need to figure out how am I going to use this.
You now have an awesome homemade praline pecan liqueur, and you know that it has no artificial ingredients, but store it in a plain jar or recycle a pretty bottle, and store this in the refrigerator. And leave a comment if you have any recipes for using this wonderful alcoholic pecan nut butter. And there's even more recipes using the magical butter machine for making infused oils, tinctures, both alcohol and glycerin, infused liqueurs and vinegars, all in one day, not weeks or months. This recipe, however, is not in the book. Get it in paper book or Kindle, and I will leave a link in the description bar. And you might be an herbalist if you enjoy all natural homemade liqueurs. Like, subscribe, and share.